The small-town convenience store sits quiet under buzzing fluorescent lights.
Late afternoon sun slants through dusty windows, catching motes of dust above the lottery ticket display. Jamal Washington, 28, stands behind the counter in a green company polo, shoulders relaxed, eyes scanning the empty aisles with the calm of someone who has already handled worse than an empty register.
3 years here, never late, never loud.
The bell above the door jangles hard. Harold Hal Thompson bursts in, 60-something, red-faced, trucker hat crooked, flannel stained with old grease.
He clutches a half-empty energy drink he clearly opened in the parking lot.
Without breaking stride, he slams the can on the counter so violently the plastic splits and a thin line of neon liquid creeps across the formica.
You. The one at the register. Jamal lifts his gaze, polite reflex kicking in. Afternoon, sir. How can I help you today? Hal leans forward, breath sour with cheap tobacco.
This place been going straight to hell ever since they started hiring your kind. Last week I waited 10 damn minutes while you stood there laughing with some Section 8 queen.
Today better be different, boy. Jamal scans the drink.
The price flashes green.
That'll be $2.89, sir. Hal snorts. You hear what I said? Your people can't even run a cash register right. Slow. Lazy.
Probably dipping into the till when nobody's watching. An older white woman in aisle 3 freezes, hand hovering over a box of cornflakes, pretending she isn't listening.
What did you think of this story? Drop a comment below and tell us, from which city or country are you watching this right now?
Like, share, and subscribe for more real feel stories that hit hard and stand for what's right.
Jamal keeps his voice even. Sir, I'm going to need you to pay for the drink and leave. We don't allow that kind of language here. Hal barks a laugh that echoes off the cooler doors. Language?
Boy, I fought for this country so you could stand there looking all uppity. You ought to be grateful instead of acting like you own the damn place. He digs into his pocket, pulls out a crumpled $5 bill, and flicks it onto the counter like he's discarding trash.
Keep the change, nigger. Buy yourself some manners.
The word hits the air like a dropped brick.
The older woman gasps audibly. Jamal's fingers tighten on the edge of the counter until the wood creaks.
His jaw locks, but his voice stays low and steady.
Get out. Now. Hal steps closer, chest puffed, finger jabbing toward Jamal's face. Or what? You gonna call your boys? Threaten a real American? Go ahead, I'll have every deputy in this county here before you can say diversity hire. Jamal doesn't blink.
He reaches under the counter, slow, deliberate, and pulls out a small black remote.
One press. A soft electronic click. Every camera's red recording light flares brighter.
Everything you just said is on tape, Jamal says quietly.
Every single word. Including that last one. Hal sneers. Like I give a damn about your little cameras. They don't scare real men. The office door at the back swings open without a sound.
Rob Harris steps out, 55, broad-shouldered, silver hair clipped short, sleeves rolled to the elbows.
The owner.
He has been standing in the doorway the entire time, listening through the gap, arms folded, face unreadable until this moment. Hal Thompson, Rob says, voice carrying without being raised.
Been a long time. Hal turns, smirk flickering back. Rob. Hal, good to see you, buddy. You hear how this kid's talking to paying customers? Rob walks behind the counter and stops beside Jamal.
He places one heavy hand on the younger man's shoulder, not for support, but ownership.
Protection.
I heard every word, Rob says. I saw you throw that bill like it was garbage.
And I heard the word you used. Hal chuckles, trying to sound easy. Come on, Rob. High school football. State champs, you and me. You know how people get heated.
I know exactly how it is, Rob answers. I also know you've been coming in here for years dropping little comments when you think I'm not around.
But today you said it out loud. In my store. To my employee, who happens to be the best worker I've ever had. Hal smirked eyes. You're serious? You're taking his side over mine? I'm taking the side of basic decency, Rob says. Something you seem to have lost somewhere between the end zone and now. He turns to Jamal, softer. You all right, son? Jamal nods once. I'm good, boss. Rob faces Hal again. Here's what happens next, Hal. You're banned. Permanent. You don't come back through that door. Ever. If you do, I call the sheriff myself and hand over every frame of that footage. Hal's face purples. You can't do that. This is America. Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from consequences, Rob replies.
Not in my business. Not when you're harassing the people who keep this place running. Hal jabs a finger toward Jamal. This ain't over. I'll get lawyers. I'll call the news. They'll love the story. White owner kicks out white customer to protect his diversity hire. Rob smiles, thin and cold. Go right ahead. Call Channel 6. Tell them the white owner banned a man on camera for calling his black cashier the N-word. See how that headline reads in 2026. Hal opens his mouth, closes it. He glances around.
The older woman now has her phone up, openly recording.
2 other customers in the back do the same. He backs toward the door, voice dropping to a mutter. You'll regret this.
I already regret letting you shop here as long as I did, Rob says. The bell jangles violently as Hal storms out.
Silence settles, thick and sudden.
The store slowly exhales, returns to its ordinary rhythm, but the air feels different now.
Cleaner.
The fluorescent lights still buzz, but they no longer feel quite so harsh. Hal glances around, phones already up, recording silently. His face twists in fury, but the fight drains out. He mutters one last curse under his breath, then turns and storms out. The bell clangs sharply behind him as the door slams shut.
Silence drops over the store like a blanket. Rob turns to Jamal, voice softening. You okay, son? Jamal lets out a slow breath, shoulders finally easing. He nods. Yeah. I'm good. Thanks, Rob. Really?
Rob gives his shoulder a firm, steady squeeze.
Your family here. Always will be. And anyone who can't respect that doesn't belong in this store. Period. He looks up at the handful of customers still standing frozen in the aisles. Folks, Rob calls out calmly, drinks around the house for the next 10 minutes. And if you ever see or hear anything like that again, just tell me. Right away. The older woman in aisle 3 lowers her phone. A small, genuine smile crosses her face.